So I got my wiring all cut out. What I really did is I came in on my O2 sensors. I cut the plugs off, pulled the wires back, and I did the cheating way. I snipped the wires and just tucked them back into here instead of pulling them all through this harness up here and pulling the pins out. I just cut the wires, taped them all up real good, and loomed it up. I did leave here. You see there's a ground, and I'm almost 100% sure that this red-yellow is a power with key on. So I left these separate just in case I needed them. That way when I go to tie some extras in, I have some lines to tie into. This wire right here, this is your starter wire. This is what excites the solenoid to turn it over. This is the battery cable going to your starter for constant power. Over here was the grounds. I had to cut some of these out because some of the grounds were tied to the O2 sensors. And this plug, if you still are using a factory manual transmission, this plug right here is crucial. This sensor right here is what reads your RPM, and it reads your speed off the flywheel. Now, you're going to have to get your ECU tuned. Doesn't matter what engine you're running, it's going to need to get tuned. Otherwise, you throw a bunch of check engine lights, and what'll happen is it goes crazy, and the speedometer will not work at first. You drive for a few miles, and then a brake light comes on, and then it starts reading again. So this is important to leave with a manual transmission no matter what engine you're putting in front of the stock transmission. There's also another plug, a wire that comes back right here down the top of your transmission. That one needs to stay too. That is your transfer case. So that's what's reading, whether it's in neutral, high, low, or whatever position you've got it into. That's pretty much the harness. Like I said, I just cut the plugs I knew I didn't need. There's two up here. One went to the EGR valve, exhaust valve. One went to the ignition control module. Those, we don't need those. We're not running the stock motor. So I just cut those, pulled those wires back, and then there's 4 O2 sensors. They're all the same. There's this little yellow looking plug, 4-prong. These guys right here. So you just clip those things out, pull the wires. There's all the extra junk I got pulled out. And there's the wiring all situated. I just kind of tucked it up, made it look somewhat decent. This is just kind of a wrap I put on there for right now. I'm actually going to use the cloth tape here to make it look a little bit better once I go and finalize it. I've learned with these things, unless you've done it a few times, you're always going to add something in or take something out or modify something because you have to add something else in to make it work. So I'm going to wait until I'm done with all the wiring before I go ahead and finish that. And but that's my wiring tucked up here. So now I got to get rid of these guys, get rid of my motor mounts, get these out, make some room, and then I can test fit the motor. I've already clearanced everything here. For my starter, I still got to take and put an aluminum plate and either weld or JB weld or figure out something to seal this hole up. It's not really a crucial thing, I mean, but it's nice to keep all the junk out of where your clutch is. Granted, I mean, it still comes in through the bottom, but I mean, it is what it is. I want to try and keep this as much stuff out of here as possible. So, but all right, till the next video.